One of HTC's new low-end budget smartphone is the Desire 530. When they meant low-end, it's really low-end. Its features consist of the SnapDragon 210, Andreno 304, 1.5 gigs of RAM, 8 megapixel camera, and a hook for the lanyard. What about the budget portion? I paid 215 Singapore dollars for this. Having used the Desire 530 for a few days, let me tell you my experiences. Design-wise, there's nothing fancy about the HTC Desire 530. The phone's body is made out of smooth, matte plastic, which feels rather nice but slippery. At 140 grams, it has some weight to it, so it doesn't feel too much like a toy. The power and volume rockers have a nice tactile feel and is made out of plastic, where the power button is also color red and rigid to easily identify it. The SIM and SD card flaps are also made out of plastic, which feels like it's going to break when I open it. At the front, the speaker grills at the top and bottom are not boom sound speakers. The top is the earpiece and the bottom is the speaker. The HTC logo is on a large black border which surrounds the display. It makes the 5-inch display look and feel larger than it actually is. Personally, I feel the black borders are a little thick. The Desire 530 has a 5-inch HD display, which is not as sharp as Full HD display. The bigger screen size means the PPI are on a low level. At the highest brightness, the display feels a little underwhelming, and personally, I felt the screen could be brighter. This phone has only 16GB of internal storage, but has a SD card slot which supports up to 200GB. It's great news for users who has lots of music and photos. But if you have many apps and are worried that 16GB may not be enough for you, fret not. The Desire 530 comes with a handy option called Flex Storage that allows you to use the external storage on your device as the internal storage. All you need to do is to format the SD card as internal storage, and you are all set to go. Two things to note is that once it is formatted, the SD card cannot be swapped and used on other devices. Secondly, it doesn't allow cards that are too slow, so it's best to get the biggest capacity card you can get with decent read and write speed. The bottom speaker sounds hollow and lacks the deep bass. As for the earphones, HTC has included the boom sound technology software, which sounds a lot better. There is also a handy lanyard provided if you have butterfingers. The HTC Desire 530 comes with a SnapDragon 210, Andreno 304 and 1.5GB of RAM. Honestly speaking, this phone does stutter quite a bit. Sometimes, swiping down the menu or browsing through the home screen, the lag will be noticeable. Opening and loading apps will take a little longer, and multitasking with many apps open at once will cause performance to drop. Playing games was an okay experience. Games like Asphalt Nitro warns that this device is not supported. Frame rate was low and loading times was somewhat long. So, I tried lower end games like Candy Crush. Fortunately, that performed just fine. One redeeming factor is that the Desire 530 comes with Android 6.0 Marshmallow right out of the box. It is using HTC Sense 7.0 with Blink Feed launcher on top of Android, which, like the name suggests, allows access to Blink feeds when you swipe left of the home screen. It also comes with the usual customization and theme settings that you see on most Android phones. Also, if you wish to maximize the display area, there is an option to hide the navigation buttons anytime you want. Surprisingly, the Desire 530 with 2200 mAh power battery lasted a full day of use from 8 AM to 9 PM. I did the usual checking of emails, calls, and surfing on net, but without any gaming. I would think that the low power processor and the HD screen save quite a bit of power. This phone should last a day without pushing it too hard, and of course, it depends on individual usage. The stock camera app does not come with lots of camera options. It has namely HDR, panorama, and video modes. The shutter speed when taking images are decent, but image quality isn't that good. Pictures taken in the night are grainy and noisy. When I was taking the HDR mode, I had to stay still for a few moments so that the image would not be blurred out. The HTC Desire 530 performs somewhat decently for just normal use. Under heavy load, this phone could not keep up with the performance. Using this phone for calls, messages, and web was acceptable. Clearly, the Desire 530 was targeted at the basic users, and as this is a low-end phone, the performance was to be expected. Personally, the HTC Desire 530 is not something to be desired, and for 215 Singapore dollars, there are higher spec phones out there that can perform better. This was my experiences during the usage of this phone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of such content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.